Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to what is going to be, I am assuming, the very last declutter for 2021. I feel like this year I've kind of been on a little bit of a roll with declutters, but I do feel like I'm getting more ruthless because there's been a lot of things coming into this tiny beauty space and sometimes things don't work out for us and that is okay. It is nice sometimes to be able to gift things away while they're still, relatively new. So that's what I'm going to be doing with a majority of these things, and anything that is obviously, I don't know if there's anything expired in here. I think there might be a couple of empties for sure, but most of this stuff is going to be given away, re-gifted, those kinds of things. So if you enjoy declutters, why don't you go down the rabbit hole with me one last time in 2021 with this final declutter of the year. Cheers! Some things just kind of don't work out for me, my skin type, just like everybody, it's all subjective. So what's nice is that there is a home for some of these things with other people, maybe with drier skin, maybe with a smaller makeup collection. That's why I just kind of love giving back when I can this time of year, and I usually have some friends, family, my husband's coworkers, things like that, that enjoy getting these types of things. And I've got quite a few palettes. We've got some face palettes, eyeshadow palettes, hair tools, all kinds of good stuff. And to be honest, I'm gonna have to go through this with you a little bit because I kind of started this and have been slowly adding to since my last declutter, which if you missed that or any of my declutter series, I will link that above for you if you just kind of feel like purging with me. Yeah, let's go through all of these things as I'm kind of like unbagging them. And also, if you don't mind, at the end of this video, I'm going to do this declutter, and then so many things were coming in at the same time because I think we all are feeling the struggles of shipping right now. It has been crazy. So I do have a few things with PR, with brands that I've been working with that are really excited for me to get to talk about their products. So I'm going to talk about a new hair tool that I told you guys and teased you that I have been waiting for. This kind of feels like a weird video to put this in maybe, but I'm running out of days since shipping has been so crazy. But don't worry, I am still going to do some follow-ups with comparing some hair tools because I have been on the hunt for an amazing styling blow dryer all this year, it feels like, and I have gotten 3 now that I'm gonna put up like against each other, do the test and let you know what I think is best for each style because I've tried so much this year. So I'm gonna do that initial review at the end of this video to make sure I am able to kind of share this with you before the holiday season, because if you do want this, I do have a deal discount code for you. But first, we gotta do some decluttering. And if you watch my BoxyCharm videos, even if you no longer get BoxyCharm, that's cool. Sometimes you just wanna know what is the makeup, what's coming in the boxes, and these things are still available for purchase outside of subscription boxes. Do you want this? Well, I don't think a lot of people wanted this, to be honest. And I happen to be one of those people that gave it the old college try multiple times, but I have so much in my collection. I don't need this. I don't think this particular palette works for me, my skin tone and type. So I'm gonna be friending, gifting, re-lovingly homing this Cab Cosmetics Contour Volume 1 palette. This is very, very big. I mean, the size is pretty large, so for me, storage was also kind of a factor. It wasn't a determining factor, but it was a factor. This is the volume 1, so it has a beautifully large mirror and a lot of large pans. So if the person I gift this to ends up loving it, they're gonna have it in their collection for a really long time. What for me was a noticeable thing is how similar a lot of these color stories are. So there's kind of like not a lot of variety for actual contouring as the seasons progressed for my skin tone. Nude, Vanilla Bean, and Raw look really similar, and Sand is a nice deeper touch that I have been able to use, but Suntan looks really orange on me. Caramel was the only other one that I kept trying. It's super flaky though, kind of builds up orange. The banana powder was okay. The translucent, I don't need. I have a ton of powders in my collection. So this is just something that I don't want to like rip apart and say it was the worst thing I've ever tried, because it isn't. However, I just don't have a need for this. And for me, I have better in my collection because I am a makeup collector that does this on YouTube. So I'm going to gift this away, I think, to someone who has a smaller collection, maybe is kind of experimenting with powders, and maybe this will work for their skin tone a little bit better. I was just kind of struggling since I tend to have a little bit more of a tannish look, and a lot of these were either paler or orange, like there was no in between. So I'm gonna be gifting this away. Okay, I wanted to love this. I really wanted to try more and more from Beauty Bakery as I was learning about them, because I feel like, I don't know, like 2 years ago, they were a really hot topic. I saw a lot of people reviewing their makeup, and I thought, how cool, because I was seeing so many good reviews. So I am slowly getting to try some, but I'm not finding some of their things work great for my skin type. So this could be a me issue, but this Beauty Bakery Milk and Honey highlighter palette, while it is super cute and it's got a lot of versatile colors in it, it just has not shown up on me the way I enjoy highlighters to. And to be flat out honest, I got so much highlighter this year. It's a little crazy in my highlighter section of my drawer. I got so much Becca before they went out of business. Ugh, heartbreaking. I was getting highlighters from Boxy throughout the variety of styles of boxes I got through the year. I also was purchasing my own because with the BoxyCharm add-ons and things like that, I was able to get some really high-end brands like Laura Mercier, Natasha Denona for a great deal. So I was adding in a ton of highlighter this year, more than I'm going to be able to like go through. So for me, this that wasn't already doing a very good job competing with the stuff I already have and love, I thought, you know what? This is a great opportunity again to gift this to someone with a smaller collection, and maybe someone who would like a variety of these colors, because I'm sure if I were to pull them all out, I have a lot of these colors, but it just wasn't performing the way I like. So I'm so happy to be able to give such a nice brand to somebody else that with a smaller collection maybe. And all right, I'm gonna have to clean these if I do choose to regift them. I got these, are these called the Lorice like skincare and makeup discs? Each one was supposed to do something different. I believe the gray one here was supposed to kind of be like the Tati Blendiful, and as you can see, I did try to. It just didn't work out for me nearly as well as a sponge or a brush has, so I just kind of found myself not using it. And it's a disc, so they're small, but they're bulky, which is kind of nice if they work for you, but I have not found them to work for me, and I just kept moving these 3 discs around. These 2 you can use for washing, removing makeup, kind of cleansing your face kind of thing. And I used them, like, I don't know, for a couple of months, but I just found I wasn't reaching for them as much throughout that time frame. I would do it maybe once every few weeks. And as I do tend to be a bit of a creature of habit, I tend to reach for things that I know work for me, that are fast, easy, and easy to clean. And since there's 3 of these, I felt like I was going through them quickly, would have to remember to wash them. I live tiny, so we have a 1 washer dryer combo, so we're always doing laundry with my clothes, my husband's work clothes, his casual clothes. So it was kind of like trying to find homes for when to wash these and store these when I wasn't using them. It just became more complicated than I was actually enjoying them. So for me, this just wasn't something that worked for my personal style of how I do the makeup applications or cleaning. So these just didn't work out for me. I don't know, some people might love this style, but for me, it's just not part of my routine. Okay, so this is a brand that we have seen before, and it is a hair tool. I was really excited, and I think when we were getting Luxe, gosh, originally, I guess last year, we were starting to see hair tools, but they were like the mini hair tools, which was kind of cute and fun. But I do have a lot of hair, and I do have a lot of hair to, if I'm going to curl or style it, it takes a lot longer when it's smaller. This is the Adagio straightener here. And this is the same brand of the dryer that I got recently that I have been loving behind the scenes. So it's not even for me that's a fact, it's kind of like an unknown brand, it's an indie brand. That doesn't bother me because I have really been enjoying some of this brand's hair tools. But for me and all the hair I have, I mean, you can see how curly it is today. If I were to try to straighten all of my hair with this tiny little thing, it would take forever. So I kind of feel like this is great for someone who maybe already has straight hair and then just has to kind of fix some flyaways or some frizz maybe, or maybe has less curly hair, maybe for a kiddo, for something on the go, for travel. I don't straighten my hair that much though, honestly, either. I'm someone who likes a lot of volume in my hair, and if my hair is going to be straight, it's kind of like an intentional look. So I thought this has not really gotten a lot of love. I've maybe tried this once or twice to review here. So why not gift this to someone else? And I do let everyone know these are all used. By the way, I gift them to family and friends. I thought this would be something nice for someone else to receive because it is, you know, usable and a great tool. It's just not going to work for my style of hair. Okay, so we were just talking about Beauty Bakery and I couldn't remember if I put this powder in this declutter, but I did. And that's okay because I feel like I've gotten a lot of loose powders this year and I've been trying a lot of things, and this one just looked honestly cakey on me, which is kind of ironic considering the name of this product. This is the Beauty Bakery Flour Setting Powder. This is the Oat Translucent Powder, and I was really excited to get this, honestly. I'm an oily girl, and your girl loves to try new powders all the time. So, ooh, it's very full. Do not spill this over the laptop, Nichole. You know how you are. It's a very loose powder. It's a very finely milled powder, which I enjoy. Didn't spill it. I'm going to take that as a win today. It just was never sitting great on my skin, and I've tried it multiple ways. This may have been even the powder that I was trying in my Halloween special. I'm trying to remember which ones I was using. I think it was this because I was wanting to make it work. And it has a really nice finish to it. It's even though it's translucent, it's got a little bit of illuminating, a little bit of brightening, which I do enjoy, and I can see here on my hand in person. But it definitely, ooh yeah, I can even see it here. It looks really dry. It doesn't really sit well on my skin, and I've tried a variety of ways to use it, and sometimes things work for you and sometimes they don't. This is so full. You just saw how full it was. So I'm happy to be able to gift something that's practically new away. I'd much rather do that than store it in my collection. And sometimes we need to justify it to ourselves because we feel bad or we feel guilty about not using something or maybe not loving something, but I'd rather gift away, you know? Okay, this is an empty actually. So this is worth sharing because this is not a fail. This is just an empty body, and I felt like I needed to share this with you. It's kind of a hodgepodge video, but you know, it's end of the year. Roll with me on this. I want you to know what's good this time of year too, not just what I need to get rid of because it didn't work. I recently told you guys this brand shocked me because I thought I was going to hate this brand across the board after how they did us dirty last year. In BoxyCharm, we got a lot of skincare throughout the past like 12 to 16 months, and something that I thought I was going to hate but I ended up loving, and I now have another in my beauty collection because I bought another one, is this Mud Masky. It's like a vitamin enriching under eye for dark circles cream. I was shocked the first time I used this because I did it one night, didn't think anything of it because it was like, okay, try new skincare. I feel like I do this a lot. But the next morning, the proof was on my face. It was so brightened under the eyes and anywhere that I put it that I was like, oh, I'm noticing a difference. So I had Adam use it. I have been using it consistently to the point we've used this up, bought another one, and I feel like I'm probably midway through that one too. It is so good. I think I even had this in my Amazon link somewhere because I was like, guys, if you can't find it, I got you linked below because it's that good. I guess it does some nourishing with firming and moisturizing. It says all of these great things, and it does have really great ingredients. A lot of you guys have done some deep investigative research into it after I was kind of like showing you the before and afters earlier this year. I love this. So this is an empty. This is not a declutter. This is I have continually purchased this, and I'm probably going to buy another. Okay, something else in a squeezy tube that I do not have great things to say about. I definitely haven't finished it. Feels like a weird one-off product. I don't know how else to call this because this was more of a QVC product. I had never heard of this brand, but that doesn't mean anything. Maybe you have in other ways. This was in a BoxyCharm. This is the Georgette Clinger like primer that's supposed to be blurring. It has a lot of claims, I'll be honest. It's supposed to help your pores. It's got vitamins in it, A, E, and F, and B. It's supposed to penetrate your skin to lock in moisture and protects against visible signs of aging. Ideal for all oil and silicone based foundations. This primer is essentially the first step in your makeup to make you look natural and flawless, and I don't think it helped blur a darn thing, which was the first thing it told me it was going to do, blur imperfections. I don't think it helped keep my makeup on all day, but it could be me. It could be my skin type. So for me, I was like, okay, I've tried it a couple times, don't see anything great about it. My primer collection is fierce right now. Why not see if this would work for somebody else, you know? Because maybe it's my big pored bossy skin situation. Maybe I'm the problem. Even though it says it's for all skin types, I didn't see that this helped blur a darn thing. I kind of needed to put a pore vanishing primer on top of this thing that claimed to blur first thing. So I got rid of this. I'm just gonna pass her along. Okay, one of these eyeshadow palettes. Well, do both of these eyeshadow palettes kind of make me sad? Yeah, they both kind of make me sad because they're good quality. And I actually really loved one for a long time. Oh, and I'm looking at it now going, why did you just open this? Because now you're going to think about keeping it. But my eyeshadow palette collection, I'm probably going to be doing another full eyeshadow palette collection in the beginning of next year because I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. It's now to the point it is full chaos in that drawer. It is now December. All year I've been doing my best to declutter and kind of keep things organized, not let like palettes just be all over the place, and I have failed right now. And it's chaos in that drawer. I gotta pull things out to just even see what is available to me. So I do really have to get more serious about decluttering more eyeshadow palettes. I really, really do. But there's two here in front of me that I made the executive decision a couple weeks ago to put in this video, and I forgot about them, and now I need to commit to what I decided. Because this one's really good. I used it a lot. I think it was in some faves for a while, so please don't think that this isn't good. It's just now I have better in my collection as far as colors go for my skin type and the type that work for me and my eyes, my coloration. It is the Baked Browns eyeshadow palette from Dose of Colors, and I really like this. It's not that it is bad. I feel like I need to keep saying this because I love a good neutral. I think neutral browns, not only are they in style right now, that more natural look is just very on trend, but also it can work with so many people. It can just be so complimentary. This is a great formula. I like what they got going here. It's just that I have so many, and I've purchased so much this year that I have found works better for me as far as the color story goes. This color story is nice, but it's got a deeper like red undertone to it. So while I like it, it never, I don't want to say never, it just doesn't always look as complimentary to my skin tone as some other things that I have purchased this year, and I've purchased a lot. Also had things in my collection that worked out better as far as like colors went, but like I got these from Boxies, my own purchases, more of my own purchases. I've just had so much coming in that I've been able to find things that have a more complimentary base tone, undertone to me that I found I just was not reaching for this. And this used to be something I would rave about all the time, but because it still is a great palette, I thought, why not see if I can find another home for it versus just storing it and then just not using it. So this one I feel bad about, which is why I'm getting rambly. Okay, I need to let it go. Whew, man, what's it going to be like when I have to do a real deep dive just into this drawer and try to declutter some stuff? It's going to hurt a lot. Right, so this palette, I made a decision because I was getting so many pinks and purple palettes this year. So many that I was realizing if I was going to reach for them, I was reaching for other palettes and not this one. So this is newer to my collection. It's from a brand that I've kind of been hit or miss with anyhow because sometimes their formulas work great for me, sometimes they don't. It's Violet Voss, and this is the Violet Sunset palette. I got this recently from a BoxyCharm. This is got 10 eyeshadow pressed pigments, and it's really pretty. I just found some of these weren't working for me as well as others. I'm pretty sure like some of these tones here were kind of choppy, but then other ones were nicer, like the shimmers were pretty nice. But very similar in Color Story, so I kind of felt like there wasn't a ton of variety with that. And I got a lot of pinks and purples this year, so I was noticing if I was going to use it, where was my hand going? And it wasn't to this, it was to some of the other things. So I thought, why not gift this away to somebody while it is still practically new, and I'm not going to miss it much because I already have so many other things. You know, okay, decluttering is hard, but sometimes it's a little therapeutic. You know, we can just really get out this stuff and really get to see what's in our, it's kind of like you got to make a mess to clean a mess. Am I making any sense? Did your mother tell you that when you were cleaning house or cleaning your bedroom as a child? You got to pull the things out to see what you've really got. So I feel like that's kind of what I've been doing. And I'm really going to have to do a deep dive into that drawer. And I'm going to have to get really real with myself on what I use versus what I don't, versus what I just like the idea of. Because I know there are some colors in there that I think are so fun, but they just don't look good on me. You know what I mean? And maybe the formulas are hit or miss. So I need to get more serious about it in 2022. I'm just personally kind of dreading it. Also, just sitting here kind of going through my collection, I kind of realized, as a woman who hardly uses pinks and purples, I have so many palettes that have a lot of pinks and purples that that's where my brain goes when I think of those palettes. So I'm really gonna have to get serious with myself when it comes to an upcoming declutter. Ooh. Stay tuned, be subscribed, watch me squirm, because that's what's gonna happen. So now the declutter portion of this video is donezo. I wanna tell you about I think I'm gonna say this, I hope I don't get in trouble for it, what some people have called the Dyson Dupe. I've seen you guys say that when I was kind of sneaking this on my Instagram. And by the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow me right here, because I do show you guys as things are coming in, either from my shopping, the BoxyCharms, the PR, all the things. I let you guys see little sneak peeks behind the scenes. And this is something that I guess I hadn't even thought of it as like a Dyson dupe, but you guys were like, oh girl. This is PR that was sent to me from a brand called HairNova, and I have been on the hunt, I feel like, kind of behind the scenes, but I've shown some of it on my channel here, of some hot tools that are blow dryers that'll just let you have that 1990s like big voluminous blowout hair without a ton of struggle, because I do have a lot of hair. I also don't have a ton of time, nor do I have a lot of space to be able to kind of like bend over, flip upside down, do all of the things. I've heard there's so many great hair tools that are blow dryers on the market for styling, and then it's kind of like a one-stop shop and you can go. So earlier this year, I was showing you guys the Adagio blowout dryer that was compared to a lot of the other hot tools that are out there. I got that from Boxy. FHI reached out to me and they had sent me their brush tool. It was nice, but the two of them are kind of like their own brush. They're their own standalone. And when HairNova reached out to me for their 5 headpiece blow dry styling tool, I was like, this could be it. This is the base for this HairNova 5-in-1 HairStyler. Oh, sorry, AirStyler. It's actually AirStyler. So it has 5 different heads to it, and I have been trying them behind the scenes now for about a week, because when you have like my kind of hair, you don't wash it every single day. So I feel like it's taken a while to try all of the heads in here that I'm going to be talking about, because you get the base that has a little attachment piece here that you add all of these to. One of them I couldn't wait to try was this curler brush here that is much more narrow, so you could get a little bit more body and wave to your hair, but it also detangles, because when you have curly hair, you need that. Also, this is the multifunction brush, because you can blow dry while brushing your hair straight. This is the blower attachment that you can use to just blow dry your hair and keep a precise nozzle going. I can see you guys there. And then these are the detachable curlers. And this kind of threw me for a little bit, and it took me a while to figure them out. But one side flows one way, one side flows another. So what you can do is kind of like just literally sit here while it's blow drying each side of your hair and giving it some body and curl and wave to it. This is actually pretty impressive so far. I've only been able to try it a couple times, like I said, because of shipping, it got delayed, and my hair type doesn't get washed every single day, so it's something that I've had to kind of go in and out with. But I can tell you that even when I've been using this hot tool and trying some other hot tools behind the scenes, it has not damaged my hair, because this is what my hair does when I literally sleep with it in a scrunchie after I put a little bit of foam in it. This is what my hair naturally does, and I have been using these behind the scenes now for about a week. So my hair's still healthy, it's still got a lot of volume, and I do find as a woman with curly wavy hair, if I do give it an opportunity to just blow dry it, kind of straighten it out in between the curly days, my hair looks better. I think it's because it can't get as tangled or knotted maybe, and it allows the hair to kind of reset. I'm not really sure, but I always feel like my hair does a really good job after I've used these for a little bit and then gone back to the curly hair. Like I mentioned, one of the first things I wanted to do was see what kind of body I could get with some of these heads, and it's done a really great job. I feel like it's very voluminous. I do suggest with any of the hair tools that are for like being wavy with it, unless you're just trying to blow dry your hair with something like this. If you're gonna be trying to style it, allow it to air dry for a little bit or do a pre-dry with one of these just so your hair's not saturated. Because if your hair is saturated, it's gonna take so much longer and you're gonna be kind of using more of your energy and its energy, and it may get hot in your room depending on how big it is. So I would definitely say let it air dry for a little bit or blow dry it dry just a touch before you go in with any of the styling pieces. But I used this one and it did a really great job of kind of getting everything wavy and detangled, and it looked really nice. And then the other day I was using all 4 of these heads essentially because I wanted to see how they all worked and I wanted to give you as much information as I could. So this piece here does a great job of drying. I could even put the hair through it if I wanted to, or just kind of like aim it down, and it was really concentrating the dry. Then I was trying this brush a little bit just to kind of see if I had some tangles in there, could I get them out? And it does a really good job of that while still kind of drying down the hair. You could use this for straightening maybe as well, or giving it a little bit of body depending on how you maneuver the brush while you're blow drying. But these were really what I wanted to test the other day because my hair is wavy. I like it that way. So these were the tools I was super excited about. And it took me a little bit to figure them out. Just because I'm one of those people that learns best by doing. So it took me maybe a little bit, but then I started to get the hang of it, that you just kind of have one on each, like each one is set for each side. Essentially one curls one way, one curls another. So for the way I was trying to style my hair, I found the best way to do it was like attach, you know, commit this one to this side, this one to this side to really allow the wave and the body to happen. Now, I was doing that in this tiny beauty space over the weekend, and my husband, Adam, was sitting in the other room, and he was like, okay, it's starting to get a little hot in here, because I was doing it for quite a while, because I hadn't let maybe my hair blow dry enough or air dry enough. So definitely... So I wish I could have spent a little bit more time trying to get more curl out of it because it was starting to get hot. I do live in Florida where it was 80 degrees that day and I live tiny. So, but I couldn't believe though how much volume I had gotten from these tools that day. I thought my hair looked really nice. It had a lot of volume to it. So I'm really excited to play with these even more in the upcoming weeks and give you a deep dive on this. Now I will say HairNova did give me this as a gift. This is PR and they're going to give you guys a discount too. If you check out my link below, you can get a 10% discount with my link and a coupon code. So I really hope that if you are interested in something like this will maybe help you guys a little bit. I do have some B-roll of me trying it for you guys to kind of give you an idea of how it has looked. And I've been pretty pleased with playing with this. It's super easy to connect the end pieces. I haven't had any struggle connecting them or taking them apart to switch over. And I was doing that in the middle of styling my hair with all of these pieces one day just to kind of see what I could do. Super fast, super easy. I also like that there are speeds here on the base. So you can do higher so you can get a little bit more heat going, which my hair really responds to well since it is a bit thicker and wavier. But then as I was wanting to cool it down and kind of set the style, I would go down in the number to let it kind of cool down, start to come. It's kind of like the cool down for the hair, like a workout. I liked also how easy this was to use since it was just a handheld piece. I didn't have to come down here like I have with other units to switch the speed or heat style on it. It was all up here, so it was very easy to do. It was a very user-friendly product. So I don't know, guys. Tell me what you think, if this is something that you've been interested in. But for me and what I have been looking for, this might be everything I need. And I do just take the other heads and then put them in a Ziploc bag with the unit, so that way I've got everything in one. Yeah, it even says here on their website that it's to create the simplistic beachy waves like you get in the salon, or you can get a more voluminous curls with it. And I've really enjoyed playing with this a lot. This has been kind of a hodgepodge video of a declutter in the beginning, and then kind of shifting gears a little bit to some PR with these hair tools that I've been trying kind of the past few months to let you know how they're working. I wanted you to know also for the holidays if you can get these discount deals if you are interested. Definitely let me know what your thoughts are down below. I love hearing from you guys. Are you decluttering this time of year, or do you kind of save that for the new year where then you do like a bigger purge? Because I think that might be coming for me too. Oh boy. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you happen to be new to my loud, weird, crazy, unique channel, hi new friends. I really hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on the upcoming videos I have for this year. And oh my gosh, you guys, we are at year end where I'm going to be doing best and worst for drugstore, high-end, BoxyCharm, the awards. I still have to do my like wrap up for all of the boxes for like the quarterly reviews for Boxy. There's a lot to come here, and I will be reviewing some of these clothing things that I have been trying behind the scenes as well for you and sharing with you on Instagram. So many rambly things here. Bye friends.